amend this Title 12. You know, it has to come from the chairman, or it can come from one of us from getting signatures. So I think this is a good step forward, and you know, if the chairman don't do nothing, I think I'm gonna get the signatures for this to get this going, because you know it's a long time coming. People are slaughtering, sticking heads, and it's getting out of hand. You see someone like.
A lot of good points. I think it's good to have this meeting because we need to, I guess, all get on the same page. One of the biggest problems we do face is enforcement and a lack of. And as an employee of Fishing Game, I can only agree with the lack of enforcement, lack of equipment, trucks and stuff like that. It comes down to money. Sometimes we get money, it goes to the general fund, it doesn't reach us. We get money from BIA, money from here and there. Sometimes scared that even the money we get from the grants isn't going to reach us. And barely hanging in there by the thread. And so we're promoting that. And the goal there is to bring those hunts down, like the bison hunts. Bring those down, make the prices go up, make that self-sustaining in a way. Bring the antelope down, bring the prices up, make that self-sustaining. Conservation projects like Blackfoot Ferret. I think October 1st, we got like $375,000, and that'll help us out a lot. And that's been a long time coming. And that took us a couple years of mapping and a bunch of boring stuff, and now it's going to get fun. We also, like Montana, U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Our neighbors down south, they sustain their enforcement projects through hunting fees, through conservation stuff, and through general fees of licenses and stuff like that. And those are all things that we don't really have. And so we got to find a new way to bring money in. And from one of our biggest problems is the size. Really, it's 2.2 million acres, and there's people all over the place just needing help. Not a problem. We got to go see them, but we don't got the people to see them. Probably won't be able to see all of them. And right now, it's the headhunters, the antler buyers, are the ones causing this problem right now. We need to make antler buying in and on and around the Crow Reservation around this time illegal. They feed off poverty. They feed off drug addicts because they want money. People want money, they're going to go shoot some, they're going to get that horn, they're going to get that money, quick money, easy. What we need to do is back our conservation projects. We got the Blackfoot Ferret project right now. We have the sage grouse project where we did sage grouse counts. And when we're out there doing all these, we're also counting the game and stuff like that. And we just probably need more support because we can only do so many things with the people we've got. Antelope. Talk about antelope really well. Antelope took a big hit a few years ago because of the blue tongue. So did the whitetail maybe 3 years ago. And then a little before that, 5 years ago, but I see the antelope making a comeback. And actually the sage grouse, one of the leks during the breeding season had like 45 males in there. This year they had like 75. And that's an ongoing project every spring, March through April. We try to count them and try to find them. Just kind of keep track of what animals we do see out there. And as far as seasons for members for the elk and the deer, you gotta remember we don't give out permits for any of that. And the permits we do give are limited. The bears, I think the quota is 36. We haven't even hit near the quota. There kind of is a bear problem up there. I've kind of noticed a couple people getting attacked by bears on social media this year. This is the first year I got attacked by a bear. And it was for no reason. I don't know what the bear's problem was. And the problems do not fall primarily on Fishing Game. It starts at home. starts at who's teaching these guys how to hunt. It starts with you, it starts with me. It starts with improving yourself first, and then going from there. And then it starts with us together trying to improve. And I think we can't force people from no real hunting law to boom, you can't hunt. I think we need to do some stuff like promoting bow hunting. Bow hunting's a little bit harder. You're not going to go up there and get something from 400 or 500 yards every day. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to kind of earn it. Things like that make that look cool to the younger generation and kind of promote. I think it should all start by promoting, hunting in a conservation way, hunting in the pro way, and showing them it's not about going and getting that big one every time. Maybe it's about being up there with your family or showing your kids or your nieces and nephews how to hunt. Being around older people in your family and learning stuff. I think maybe we should start shooting that out there, kind of promoting it that way. And as far as seasons, I think we could start something right now and just make it voluntary. Just say, this is a voluntary season right now, and just start getting people on board, start promoting that aspect, and then eventually we can, turn that voluntary in a year or two to mandatory, and play up January, February, March, where they're in estrus and they have a fetus inside and we can't stress them out, and that's one of the, I guess, important times in the cycle of the unborn babies inside the elk and the deer and the other animals. I don't know. I mean, we could promote that and just get more ideas and kind of start trying to go at it in a positive way. Once we get negative, it'll just walls will form and people won't want to get along and stuff like that. So that's my 2 cents.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
All right, good. Everybody reads this. Hold it. They're breaking the law. Bottom line. Horns, when they sell their horns, it's against the law. It's right in there, Title 12. I'll just give you a few examples. 04, Paul Van, I was when he was there. I was head of fishing game. I had 25 officers. Until I felt that we took control. We went after spotlighters. Yeah, when they break the law, we cite them in. To me, I think it should be criminal. Because what's going on is ridiculous. They don't respect the mountain. We say the mountain is sacred. But we don't take care of it. There's trash all over the place, beer cans, and cabins. We built that checkpoint up there. Before we built that, we got that done in about a week. And about 2 weeks later, guess what? They vandalized it. And people that go up there, I don't know what's wrong. They're destructive. I think where the Crow people are very destructive people. I hate to say that. I'll use them glass boards that they put up. A couple of days they were broken. And you guys are right. Tyson is right. That enforcement. And we do have the personnel to start enforcing laws. You can control it. But today you don't have no personnel. I believe there's only 2 fish and game officers. And covering 2.5 million acres, that's a lot you're asking these 2 gentlemen. And, you know, all I can say is it's black and white. And everybody knows that they break the law, but we ought to do it. And when it's enforced, they come crying over here to the legislatures. And guess what? Don't worry about it. And if it's an arm length kind of a deal, their enforcement would work. But it don't happen. If one of your relatives get arrested or cited in, all right, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's nothing. But you guys passed this law for everybody. So everybody should be treated equal. The lawmakers, the tribal officials, the tribal courts, you have to be equal with everybody, whether they're your relatives or whether it's your son. They break the law, they break the law. They have to pay that consequence. When I went to the Bighorn Mountains checking on buffalo one day, I was going through the timber, following 5 carcasses. No heads. By the buffalo pasture gate. Came on the other side. Same thing, 5 deer. 5 deer carcasses. No heads. Nothing was taken. No meat was taken. And I hate to say it, but you know, we need to do something. Going up there during the winter and killing about 30 head of elk, that's no good either. What do you want to do with 30 elk? You just saying, hey, I went up there and killed 30 elk. Match me or what have you. They're animals. We say, us Native Americans say these animals are sacred. We don't respect them anymore. And right now, during Labor Day weekend, I guess you needed a turning signal up in the mountain. And right here, technically, it says here, can't hunt with a vehicle. And whoever the fishing game is, they can stop anybody, maybe from where that sign is. If they're going to hunt, they say, well, where's your horse? Or go on foot. That's how strict this law is, but we're not enforcing it. And all these fancy 4-wheels that go up there all the time, you know, that's the way to stop them. Go hunting on foot or a horseback. All that 30 head of that elbow stuff. Some of these guys might be upset, all right. You know, bottom line, that's the true fact. Selling of deer meat, what have you, it's illegal. Oh, right there. But we need enforcement, bottom line. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. I mean, this is your time to speak up, guys. This is why we called this meeting. I know we got some ideas, and so we'll go into next. Some suggestions and what you guys some direction when we start heading in. So, I mean, this is your time to speak if you guys want to. Bonito.
Good afternoon, everybody. You know, I was kind of, in my lifetime, I've been raised in the mountain area, hunting there for years. When I hunt, I either hunt on foot or horses. Nowadays, we don't do that. We've got a law now that we can use. The problem is, we don't have people out there. We don't have vehicles out there. And we can't get these vehicles because I know Tyson tried it, I tried it, I know Hank's tried it for us. We never got these vehicles. Then the other day, about a month ago, I had another 2 vehicles I could get. I wasn't getting those vehicles. But the law that we have is something that we need to enforce. And we need people out there. We need money to do that. Like Clayton was saying, we have these stuff, but we need people that are certified up there. We need vehicles. And we can't stop anybody if we don't have any. And that's the problem we have now. They go up there, they spotlight, we cannot stop them because we don't have people up there. The law is good. It needs a little change, but it's good. We need to enforce it. But when we try to do it, the courts will not kick that. They don't want to push it because it's a civil action. And that's the problem I've seen the years that I've been working with the tribe. And it's pretty hard. Now we're trying to do something. Let's get it done. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's get something done. With your help, with the legislature's help, let's get these people on board and put certified people and try to get vehicles for them. You can help us do that. We have these money that we pick up from the permits that we use, but goes into the general fund, and we never see it. I know BIA, Jarvis gave us some money one year, but we never see that money. It stays in there, and I don't know whatever happened. We do a budget, but we never use it because we know if they tell us that we can't. For some reason, they won't let us use that money. I do have buffalo sales, but that money goes into the tribe, and it pays off everybody else. I can't use that. I've got vehicles in Chevy garage. I got 5 of them. It's going to cost me $50,000 to get them out. I don't have money to pay for it. I've got 2 vehicles up there in Sheridan, and I need $30,000 to get them out. I don't have money to get them. We're using our own personal vehicles. Fish and Game is, and then my pasture people are using their own own vehicles, like I do. I take my own vehicle, and we shouldn't be doing that. But if we do, we need more Fish and Game certified people out there. It's hard to get them, but we need to get them. We need vehicles for them to patrol. Yeah, there's a lot of people complaining. But if we don't have these equipment to use, we won't be able to do anything. And now we're talking about the Fish and Game Code. Let's get something going on it. You guys look at it, see what you guys think. If you need help, let us know, we'll be here. That's all I have to say.
Eric, Tyson, Zeke.
Thank you, Pat, Secretary, members of the body. I'm a strong proponent of your idea. Politically, and what you're saying is resonating. I see it myself when I haven't hunted, but I had to pawn my gun so I can buy some steak. Big deal. With that being said, I believe all you said, you need to be arm's length and need to run that as Don has mentioned, that we're starting to get into these budget crunches, and we have to find ways to bring in that money. But I believe in all what you said. I myself have children, but I think with the ideas and I believe that just part of the solution, I believe, is we need to educate our young ones too. You know, we need to have hunting, hunting classes, something like that, just to, you know, I know you could probably bring in collectates, us pros, you know. I went out to Sheridan and we went out across a game warden, and we came up on him and he pulled out his gun. And he said, whoa, 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 and we're just a couple engines lost on our own mountain. You know, that's how, we're just wanting to ask questions. But what I'm trying to say is we need to start educating our children too. Some of us, even us adults, don't know the law. That's some of us. So I believe that we need to, part of the solution too is to have classes, hunting classes, so you guys, solutions na yung math that we can start educating our young collage players. I hope.
That's, thank you. Chair's gone, but yeah, we had a good idea when it came to those vehicles that a couple maybe last year, years back. You know, we kind of proposed it to the CPA. We're trying to get at least $250,000 on the economic and pay it back with permit sales. Because you guys make a lot in permit. I even got a copy of the permit sales. There's a lot that goes to that. And we had a little structure going in. I don't know if they're kind of strapped for cash that time, and this ain't economic development, but see, ask Speaker, how do we go about trying to do that again with the economic paying back with permit sales or even legal? Because these guys are in dire need of vehicles. Maybe we could try to get them that for now.
Again, the only way to make sure that your money stays in your budget, within your budget, would have to be passed by legislation here. That way we could develop a bill rather than a JAR that says that all proceeds, whether from fishing license or hunting license or trespass permits, each and every one of the money from the guides and whatever, all that money we could request through that bill that it would be a separate account. And that separate account, separate account could just maybe we could, well, once we get that, then we can hash it out in regards to how it could be drawn down, whether it be cabinet head or the fishing game or what have you. And even at that, I believe there would probably separate line items that they can use that in. Let's say for their vehicles or for the miscellaneous items like fuel and food costs. And hiring more officers, of course, and repairs, purchases. I think we have to have specific line items for those. So anyway, I think that's the avenue would be to develop a bill that would require the executive to put that money into that, because we did that with Terrell. CJ Stewart was the sponsor for that. With Terrell was getting a lot of money, but there was no money for training. And then we passed the legislation here that required a specific amount for Terrell to have a budget. And that's why we see those truck driving trainings and that's going on now. But that was how we did it at that time, so I know we could do that. So anyway, probably, like Bryson said, we could probably either